Today we're going to be talking about a shoe that I've been wanting to get my hands for a long time, but I wasn't quite sure of the pedigree of the shoe. It was a new line, I won't say division, but it was a new line by Nike, and it was meant to be sort of straight off the drawing board. The aesthetics of the shoes are a little more scant, less buttoned up, a little more raw edges. They look more like sketches, more prototypes. And I've only seen a couple of shoes out of this line anyway, but I'm excited. So let's talk about the Nike Air Zoom Type SE from the n.354 line. You've seen some of the features of this shoe other places. You know, right off top you can see it's kind of avant-garde looking, but the price point was right for it. You know, we got a shoe that popped off at about $150 originally. Much of it already gone on sale. They're running about $100 to $120. Easy to find. Well, not this colorway. The white was hard to find. The black is everywhere, and I think there's like a taupe or a sort of camel color. Real good look, real avant-garde, real eye-catching. And you've got some special features that you're seeing on higher models. Namely, the Zoom Air stacks under the ball of the foot and a plate. Yes, plate technology is running through this shoe. Now, it's running pedigree, but it is not a running shoe. You can see that very clearly, but the use of some running technology is actually pretty phenomenal. We got a really high stack. Not sure how high it is. I have to double check that, and I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But the stack is doubled up. Now, you've seen that in some fashion models, your Balenciagas, you know, some of the other Italian and European models that have stacked up running shoes on top of each other. You've seen that layered up, stacked look on the Sakai and a few other models from Nike's what would I say, like throwback line that have gone a little bit more fashion forward. Air bubble tech plate. Now, this is not a carbon fiber plate. I think this is a Pebax or a plastic plate, maybe even nylon. Probably, to me, one of the dopest features of this shoe. It's a completely nylon upper, ripstop nylon upper. Makes it real flexible. It's super comfortable because there's no other structure but the stitching holding it together. Now, you've got your eye stays that are synthetic. They're not leather, but they got that kind of look. You've got a sort of felt tongue. You can see the 354 there. You peel this down. So this shoe is based on the Zoom Air prototype built at Nike World Headquarters. Okay, so what this is doing is it's the testing ideas line. That 354 is meant to be a little more avant-garde, showing what Nike is planning on doing. And then, as you see, and I'll show you here in a second, that's what they did. They moved some of these ideas into their actual racing models. But could it be that these came after and they were being marketed? I don't know. I think these actually came first, though. So here, side by side with the Nike Zoom Tempo Next Percent, you can see, again, a lot of that tech that came through on this athleisure model found its way into the actual performance model. I'd even venture a guess to say these AirPods are a little bit bigger. I don't know that Zoom Air has different pressures like Max Air often does. So these are legit AirPods. Okay, you can see the forefoot design is the same or similar enough. You've got some traction differences. They went with the waffle on this model, on the n.354 model, where you've got something a little bit more like the Alpha on the Zoom Tempo. But again, that sort of split design with the traction. This one has a full midsole. This one has a split here. But you can see the ideas coming through. So Nike here is marketing their prototyping process and how these shoes go to market as performance shoes. Now, this shoe can most likely be running. It's a little bulbous, it's a little big. The midsole, I believe, is React. It might even just be Nylon, but it's very, very comfortable, very, very plush. I'll show them to you on foot, but everything is pedigree legit. That double stack, the toe off position, the Zoom AirPods in the forefoot. I mean, this shoe is surprisingly dope. Now, the price point is actually quite similar. I believe the Zoom Tempo Next Percent was going for $180, while this one was going for $150 originally. Love the laces on the 354 Type SE. I mean, it's just a dope shoe. Looks great on foot and brings that Nike pedigree from their performance into the casual. Or was it the other way around? Did the 354 act as a sort of testing ground for what was to come, and as they pared it down and made it a little more athletic, they decided, hey, let's sell the prototype. That's how I think it actually went. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this model. Wasn't expecting to like it. Thought for sure that, it was a little gimmicky with the double stack and the winged out back. But this is a legit shoe. It's definitely got the running pedigree. So for someone who wants some of that technology brought into the casual sphere, I like it. That over there is not a casual shoe. That's a performance shoe. And for a long period of wearing without actually performing in it, it's quite uncomfortable. This one here, I've had it on all day for the last 2 days since picking them up on sale at Finish Line. Shouts out. And I gotta tell you, it's surprising. Again, you can see that plate technology being put to use. The 354 being marketed there. Heel counter is still nylon with some padding. There's nothing extra to it. So it literally is like wearing a fast markup prototype to show proof of idea, proof of concept. And they brought the proof of concept to market. These shoes are going to get major wear from me. Major wear. And the cleaning of them has got to be pretty easy. You got nylon mesh going. Little wash and rinse. Spray them down. There's no real hard parts of the shoe, cardboard, leathers, nothing like that. You can spray these shoes down, get them wet, literally dry them in maybe an hour and a half, and be ready to rock. So I'm loving this, loving it. I really appreciate you rocking with the best. I got more to come. Got a couple sales, got a couple early releases. Got an Adidas coming that's more performance oriented, and I really want to talk about it because of some of the tech they put into it. But stay tuned for that one. Like I said, keep coming through. Appreciate you so much. Peace.